My name's Emily. I live in Sydney on the Northern Beaches. I've got 2 girls. I'm single and I've been separated for about 5 years. I was officially diagnosed almost a year ago. I had a lot of lumps on my neck probably about 2 years ago, and I went to the doctor to find out what they were. And the doctor sent me for some x-rays and was going to do a biopsy. When the x-ray came back, they said, look, really there's nothing there and everything's fine. So I went back to work and the lumps disappeared. 6 months later, I went to the doctor for a checkup because I'd been having headaches. And I thought I'd just have a blood test for everything. I actually asked her for a blood test for STDs and HIV because I'd been seeing a new partner for 6 months. And I thought, while I'm here, I may as well get everything done. And that's when I found out I was HIV positive. The doctor ran through all the results and he said, look, that's great, that's great. And then he said, oh, there's a problem here, it's HIV positive. And I just remember squealing, this high-pitched squeal. And then he stared at me really closely and was asking me how I got this. I was blubbering on saying, well, I've been divorced for a couple of years and I've probably slept with 4 people. And he's still staring at me. I think he was thinking, is it anything else? He just said to me, well, I'll ring the specialist at Prince of Wales. He might contact you tomorrow, but it's Christmas. If he doesn't contact you tomorrow, it may be a few days' time. Look, I don't know much about HIV. I'm a general practitioner. I left the doctor's surgery, called my girlfriend, and that evening we were still confused. And then I thought, well, Lifeline, that's who you call if you've got a problem. So I called Lifeline and they referred me to Albion Street. And I went there the next day. They were fantastic. And they were able to dispel a lot of my fears of what I thought HIV was. If I could have had that conversation with the doctor again, what certainly would have been useful for me is, 1, that he didn't question how I got HIV. And then 2, a little bit more empathy. And 3, really giving me some tools and information about the virus, and then where to go, places like the Albion Centre or POSHET. I am on medication. I've decided on 1 tablet a day, 8 o'clock in the morning with food. And that ran round and round in my head so many times, how I'm going to have food and how people are going to see that I'm having medication. But it's working really well for me, and if I go out for breakfast with people, I surreptitiously have a tablet while I'm eating. My levels are up. I'm almost undetectable, so that's fantastic. I go to the gym about 4 to 5 times a week, something that I didn't do prior to my diagnosis. When I found out at the time before Christmas, I remember the doctor saying to me, this is the best news for you now, because if you'd left it any longer, it could have been worse for you. And at the time, I thought I would have preferred to find out after Christmas or later. Now, sitting here, I'm so pleased that I found out earlier rather than later. And I'm really pleased that I did that test.